Hello everyone, Ian here with MAPerformance. Welcome to episode 2 of our Project MK7 GTI. So the first video, we took a little spin in the car. We got some baseline numbers done on the dyno here. And now we're gonna do the fun stuff. Okay, we got the trusted and true COBB Accessport here for the MK7. And we're gonna plug it in and flash the COBB Stage 1 93 octane tune. And we're gonna put it on the dyno and check the numbers. And we'll take it out for a spin and see if it makes any kind of a difference to the old butt dyno, or tush dyno, if you will. So we'll just plug this bad boy into the OBD port. I'm blindly doing this. I have no... That was actually pure luck. 100% luck. All right, so we got the Accessport powering up. Let's go ahead and put the key in the ignition here. So we're gonna go down to tune, and we're gonna go change map, and we're gonna select the preloaded COBB off-the-shelf tunes here for this particular test. So we're gonna go Stage 1 93 octane version 100 from COBB. All right, horsepower is downloading. 1% horsepower downloaded. All right, please turn ignition off, then turn ignition key on, and immediately press OK. All right, that's it. So now she's flashed. So now we gotta strap it down and see if it actually made any power. And after that, we're gonna go for a little drive. Stay tuned, guys. All right, we're back. So as you just saw, we did a couple pulls with the GTI using the COBB off-the-shelf Stage 1 93 octane tune. So as you saw, car put down 268 wheel horsepower and 308 wheel torque on the COBB tune. So that was roughly about 40 wheel horsepower and like 33 wheel torque over the baseline tune from this car. So I mean, for a COBB off the shelf, that's actually pretty good from what I've seen on other COBB platforms. So that's pretty outrageous, but I'm really curious to see what it's gonna feel like now. But I thought I would take this time, you know, a lot of videos talk about, like, after the car gets tuned, you know, how much power does it make over stock and how much faster is it over stock, which is important, yes. But one thing I learned with the ownership of my wife's WRX is not only is the stock ECU, you know, maybe down on power, so to speak, but the drivability of that car is horrible. So one of the big benefits from the tune is improved drivability. Now, with the Volkswagens, obviously, in my opinion, it's a much superior ECU. The car in stock form, I mean, realistically, unless you're nitpicking it, it's pretty flawless in stock form. I mean, it's very smooth, throttle response is pretty good. No jerkiness or anything of such of that nature. So let's do this. Let's while we're letting the car warm up, I'm gonna keep it in drive, you know, on non-manual mode. We're just gonna keep it nice and simple. And I just kind of want to see how the car drives with the COBB tune on your average day-to-day use, going from work, running errands, etc. So hopefully it'll give you a good impression. So for example, I just took off from a stoplight, very light throttle, no hesitation, no delay in the throttle pedal. So far I can't really notice anything. It still drives the exact same, so that's a good thing. The acceleration is brutal. Completely acceptable for a daily driver. By the way, I have to say this. Speaking of daily drivers, trying not to be as biased as I possibly can, but I have to admit, this is one of the best cars I've ever driven for the money, hands down. And I've owned an FRS, S2000, 2015 plus WRX, a couple other, you know, decent cars. Again, I haven't driven anything crazy or owned anything crazy, except for that Huracan, Eric. One time I drove a Huracan for our company party. Maybe Eric will throw a picture of that. But I mean, for a mid to low $20,000 car, with with the creature comforts and power, hopefully we'll find out soon. But I'm behind a maroon Caravan right now. All right, enough driving around slow. This is boring. Whee! Oh, I see some twisties. Ah, this is nice. This is much nicer. Yes. I love this car. Whee! Wow. Even the COBB off-the-shelf tune works, folks. God, that's fun. Whee! Save me, Jesus! Save me. That's amazing. Again, I'm going to reiterate the statement I just made earlier. How can you beat this for a daily driver? Okay, yes, it's front wheel drive. I'll give you that. It's 30 degrees out. The roads are still kind of slick, and I'm not having too much issues in third gear, at least so far. I feel a little drop off in power at around 5,000 RPMs, at least what my butt's telling me. At around 5,000 RPMs, the power does drop off a bit and kind of taper down to stock levels at that RPM range. Below that though, like I said, we obviously saw the 40 and 33 wheel torque gains pretty much all the way throughout until about that area, and then it kind of tapers off and goes back to stock numbers. So I'm hoping with our custom tuning that we might be able to address that. Again, not sure if that's an issue, but we'll definitely want to look into that more. But overall, I mean, so I'm in fourth gear now, sitting about 2,800 RPMs, and just kind of like stomp on it. Yeah, it's real linear. It's predictable. Still pulling, $5,000. Now I feel like a little bit of a dead spot, 6th shift, and now we're back up again. Yeah, no, it's good. Feels nice. Pretty amazing for like a stage 1 tune on a completely stock car. And it feels so stable. I just did 12 miles an hour and it felt completely stable. All right, guys, appreciate you checking in. Thanks for watching our second episode of the MK7 GTI project. So far, I'm pleased. I mean, realistically, for 650 bucks, you're in the ballpark of some of the other off-the-shelf tune options for the car, but with some of the other extra features of the COBB Accessport, let alone, we're gonna do some custom tuning. And you know what that means. That means that custom tuning is gonna be free with the purchase of an Accessport from us. All right, so for the next episode, guys, we're gonna get our tuner, Brian May, in, the master, and we're gonna have him play around with the car and see if we can extract any more power over the COBB tune. So I'm really, really excited for that. So that'll be the next step. We'll have him do some tweaking, and then we'll show you the numbers on the MAP Stage 1 custom tune, and then we're gonna take that out for a spin, and hopefully we'll be even more impressed. Stay tuned, guys. Again, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like us on Facebook, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Toodles.